The Urus is Lamborghini's long-awaited re-entrance into the SUV market. It's also the perfect representation of its 55-year journey from seller of mad things with an allergy to ergonomics, to an ultra-modern supercar manufacturer with the quality, reliability, and business sense of Audi. Few would argue the latter is a bad thing when it spawns a family of supercars that you can actually see out of and start on the button every time, but the big fat question here is a spacious, high-riding, 5-seater family SUV pushing the Germanic sensibleness too far? Let's start with the way it looks. No doubt you made your mind up within seconds of seeing it, but hopefully we can agree on one thing: of the Porsche Cayenne, Bentley Bentayga, and Audi Q7 bunch with which it shares its steel and aluminium MLB platform, it's not pug ugly like the Bentley, and has more presence than the other two put together. In the interim 5.5 years since we saw the Urus concept, it's become a little larger, rounder, and wider of ours, but the overall shape is surprisingly faithful. There's the same arrowhead bonnet shut line, but beneath that there's a lot more going on. Layer upon layer of mesh, intakes, and splitters with a cycloptic sensor housing parked in the middle of it. You'll notice the yellow car here is maximum jazzy. Fortunately, more subdued specs, like the grey car with mostly blacked out elements, are available. Around the back, the concept's tailpipes have dropped, but the small rear windscreen and full-width tail light have survived. From this angle, perhaps more so than the front, it's instantly a Lamborghini. But the Urus's real trick is to combine a downward-sloping BMW X6S roofline, which keeps things pinched and muscular around the rear wheel arch, with masses of interior space. We're talking 6-footer behind a 6-footer with a good chunk of leg and headroom to spare. It also has a 600-liter boot, enough for a grown man to climb in on all fours and do a convincing impression of a large dog. A point we prove right here, in our walk-around video. Big wheels, 21-inch as standard, up to 23-inch if you must, and edgier styling than its rivals isn't enough to earn the Lamborghini badge. For that, it must possess a vicious turn of speed, which is where 641 bhp, 627 pounds-foot of torque, available from 2,250 rpm, 0 to 62 miles per hour in 3.6 seconds and 190 miles per hour flat out come into play. Before you start googling furiously, the 707 bhp Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk also takes 3.6 secs, but that's from 0 to 60 miles per hour, and it trails by 10 miles per hour at the top end. That makes the 2.2-ton Urus officially the fastest SUV out there. Frankly, we'd be perturbed if it wasn't. Where mild perturbing might occur is under the bonnet. You won't find a highly strung, naturally aspirated V10 or V12 on loan from the Huracan or Aventador, but a version of the 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 from the Bentley Continental GT and Audi R6, connected to an 8-speed auto and redlining at 6,800 rpm. If you can get over the fact that it's more likely to woof and rumble than bark and shriek, it's actually a far better fit for an off-roader, offering more torque at lower rpm. And yes, you can take your Urus off-road should you wish. The V8's other trick is being the most fuel-efficient engine ever in a Lamborghini, 22.2 mpg, 290G/km CO2, thanks in part to a cylinder deactivation system that works below 3,000 rpm and gives you 173 pounds-foot to work with. That's right, tickle the throttle and you'll find yourself driving a 4-cylinder Lamborghini with less torque than a diesel Ford Fiesta.